Welcome. I recently finished Call of the Night, a romantic and supernatural anime. I didn't know what to expect, but initially I went in with an open mind, not knowing what I would see. Thankfully, I found it fun, romantic, and even relatable. You see, our main character, Ko, feels bored, but relatable, leaving school and going out at night because he feels bored and unfulfilled in his life. At first glance, this anime feels goofy and cute, or at least in the sub version. You see, this is how it feels in that version, but in the dub, it feels like a rebellious coming of age series. So let's analyze Call of the Night. Now the story. Have you ever gone to school and every day you do the same thing, the same identical things, the same routine? It can sometimes feel like madness, like some kind of time loop on repeat. Always stuck in the same routine. Our main character, Ko, has an average life, an average grades, and an average upbringing. However, Ko is bored. He's 14 years old and unsatisfied with his life, always bored. He can't sleep at night and stops going to school. He begins to go out at the nights to bring some excitement into his dull and simple life. While also drinking at night, he grabs a bottle of liquor. A girl enters his life, standing next to a vending machine. At night, the two drink together, and they're about to spend the night together when she reveals she is a vampire. Shocked, surprised, but somehow not afraid. He shows interest in becoming a vampire. She then reveals the only way to become a vampire is to fall in love with one. So throughout the series, both share a strong friendship and attraction. Usually it's the guy sweeping the girl off her feet, but here we see the opposite. Throughout his journey to become a vampire, we see some comedic and fun moments. Both of them getting drunk and going to a love motel. Even the moment when we learn that Nasuna has a cuddling business. Every episode, every character, and every interaction are not just there to fill in time, but to add more entertainment and feels and a human touch. This anime is not just a romance. At times, it also feels like a slice of life with many life lessons. While Welcome to the NHK or Your Lie in April, I get a similar vibe as Ko is trying to become a vampire and escape his boring, depressing life. And in one episode, he meets a woman who has a similar feeling about her life. When the woman expresses hate and stress of her 9-to-5 job, Ko not only sympathizes but offers a solution that he will turn her into a vampire. Ko tells her that he too was bored and unsatisfied with his life. He explains that he left his school early because he hated being pushed into becoming a salaryman. In Japan, a salaryman is an employee that works long and brutal hours. This is one of the best moments in the series, as viewers can see that there is much more than just romance. The story follows many life lessons and relatable lessons like this throughout the anime that makes this anime feel special in a way. Every episode was good on its own and it never felt rushed or it never felt bad in any way. Now let's talk about the characters. In episode 1, Ko is introduced. He's introduced in a quick and simple way, very bored and no motivation. For once in his life, finding excitement in becoming a vampire. When Nasuna encounters him, a, a young rebel with no direction or goals, meeting Nasuna becomes motivation for him to become a vampire. Now Nasuna, a Nightwalker vampire who seems infatuated by the boy, later sucking and stating that Ko's blood is some of the best and delicious she has tasted. Nasuna in the dub sounds goofy and bored, and somehow like Ko also searches for excitement. However, her intentions seem unclear. You see, Nasuna's existence is a mystery. She does not know her true age and is a loner. Although she does become more social near Ko, and also when she's in her cuddling business, but that's what we know about her. We also have a wide range of characters from humans to vampires to the unknown. Kiyosumi, Mahiro, and Akihito, I hope I didn't butcher those names, are all characters he meets along the story. All interesting and all understanding characters, especially Kiyosumi, who works many hours and long hours. I personally found her one of the most relatable. Childhood friend Akira is also very understanding and caring, almost too caring, as she gets on Nasuna's jealous side. She's also very nice and understanding. Our main character Ko feels our main character Ko has good intentions, but is on the wrong path. Now the animation. In episode 1, the animation for the night sky is presented in a very lively neon black, blue, and purple colors with perfect touches of CGI. The nights are long, beautiful, and full of life, which is ironic since our main character is Nasuna, a vampire. A reflection or a dark scene always seems to shine. It's a nice eye candy. The eye candy alone kept me watching the first episode, but the story drew me in. Speaking of drawing, this series is animated by Linden Films, a studio that has also worked on Tokyo Revengers and most recently Bastard Heavy Metal. I have praises for the art, however the animation is average. Character designs are also average. Well, at least the animation is always consistent and not often bad. Even with average animation, they still manage to tell a romantic story. Now the sound and music. Dayton by Creepy Nuts is a good opening with characters hastily introduced. The background music is simple. Keyboard playing dark tones. That's pretty much the background music. Very modern and very dark, and yet feels so simple. Every track feels different and always fits the mood perfectly. The tracks with xylophone always feel nice and so calm and soothing, yet never boring. Laid back, calm, and romantic is how I would describe the soundtrack. Whether it's any of the songs or the experimental ones, I was always satisfied. The ending song was one of the few ending songs I have watched and that I actually enjoy a lot. On the surface, Call of the Night looks like every other romance anime. After I finished the anime, I was very wrong, and its shiny night reminded the viewer that there is life in the nightlife. One does not have to accept and conform to the miserable schedule and boring routine life, because every day or any night, someone might come and sweep you off your feet. I personally can relate to this anime, because when I was in high school, I too was bored of a daily routine. I was miserable in life, living a life of never-ending loop. I wish I had someone like Nasuna who could sweep me off my feet. I also did not want to work to death, so I found characters like Kiyosumi relatable. While I wish I had friends like Akira, many aspects of the show I found relatable as well, like finding life in the night. That's why I love working at nights. It's like my call of the night. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell for more videos.